Welcome to part whatever this is. This is like either part 15 or 16, one of the parts of my CD collection. Got this box. We got like a couple more boxes and then we'll kind of move on from there. These are mostly of the same band, but of this like 3 different bands, so I can talk a little bit more about some of them. But anyway, here we go. First row of bands is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. These are mostly my brother's, but I will say this has some of my favorite Chili Peppers albums in it. And this is actually my favorite album, the Red Hot Chili Peppers' first album from 1984. To me, this is peak Chili Peppers. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care too much for anything really past 86. Like, the first 3 albums to me are like best Chili Peppers, and this is absolutely no exception. I mean, True Men Don't Kill Coyotes, Get Up and Jump, Green Heaven, Out in LA, Police Helicopter, and even it has, this is the special edition, which actually has demos when they got signed. There's like 2 different demos from like 83. I think this is like the second one. Yeah, they were just like completely on coke when they made this, but it really does, it made up because it's a really, really good album. And to me, they haven't really matched anything since this release. But with that being said, there are some Red Hot Chili Peppers songs I do enjoy, like from the later era, but not full albums, if that makes sense. That's, if you want to know the bigger Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, you can talk to my brother for that. But he doesn't have YouTube, so. And we got the second album, Freaky Styley. Really good album. This is the first album. I think Cliff. Yeah, this is the first. Hillel came back because he left during the first album, and then his other band, I think it was called What Is This, really got nowhere, so he was like, yeah, I'll join the Chili Peppers back. And this is really good too. I mean, this is produced by George, what the hell's his name? George something. Can't believe I'm drawing a blank with George Clinton. Yeah. I like the songs If You Want Me to Stay, Freaky Styley, Hollywood, Jungle Man, Brothers Cup, Catholic Schoolgirls Rule, Yertle the Turtle, which is sung by a junkie, if you can believe that. The junkie was pissed off that they didn't pay. This is also the remaster with demos, by the way. But the junkie was pissed off that they didn't have money to pay for their coke stash, right? So they actually got the junkie to sing on a song, and that's Yertle the Turtle. It's pretty freaking funny. He's probably dead now, I don't know. But yeah. Here's Hillel, Cliff Martinez, Anthony and Flea. But yeah, this is another really good album by them. Again, really good era of the Chili's. And then we got the third album, The Uplift Mofo Party Plan, which in my opinion is really the last amazing album by the Chili's. After this, is where I kind of just stopped caring about the discography. But like I said, the rest are my brothers, and I'll talk about those because some of those songs are okay. This has Fight Like the Brave, which was on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 soundtrack. Funky Crime, Me and My Friends, Backwoods, Skinny Sweaty Man, Organic Anti-Beatbox Band, demo of Behind the Sun, which I think was on this. Yeah, Behind the Sun's a really good song. This has it's the only album with Jack Irons on drums, if you don't count the demos. This is a yeah, it's just a frickin' shame that Hillel passed away like during the tour for this album, and Jack Irons didn't want to go on with it. Ooh, that's a spicy picture. There's no nudity in it, so. But it's just a shame that, you know, Jack left after it, and they just really were not the same. They're absolutely not. I kind of wish that Hillel actually got his shit together, and he kind of makes me wonder what they would have done after this if he had passed away. And then we got kind of this is kind of where the discography goes downhill for me. This is Mother's Milk. This is the first album with Chad and John. I don't know why, but for whatever reason on this reissue, the Red Hot Chili Peppers logo and the Mother's Milk logo are kind of blurred on the reissue. Like in the original 89 CD, it's a little more clean, but I don't know. If I were to pick a favorite song, truthfully, Knock Me Down. Oh no, Fire. You know why? Because I think that was the only track that Hillel played guitar on, because that was originally on an EP that came before this. It was like the Abbey Road EP or something like that, and Fire was on that EP, dedicated to Hillel. It's a painting he did. Yeah, it's alright though. Next up we have Blood Sugar Sex Magik, the album that got them popular. All the hits. You know this album if you're a Chili Peppers fan. My brother played this CD to death. He even still plays it to this day. Got I think this is a reissue. There's John, and John would not be seen again for another 7 years after this album came out. This is a greatest hits album. It's called What Hits. I know there's another compilation that has like early stuff on it. This has all the stuff from most of the hits from 84 to 89. It does have some exclusive B-sides on here. Like it's got what is it? Show Me Your Soul, which was on the soundtrack to Pretty Woman. Got this at a record store many years ago. I will say this is a good compilation. Minus most of the Mother's Milk songs. I also have the What Hits video on DVD. It's pretty good. One Hot Minute. Okay album. I mean, my favorite song on here is Transcending. One Big Mob's pretty good. Coffee Shop's alright. It's with Dave Navarro. They were really kind of struggling in the mid-90s, so they got Dave Navarro on guitar. I don't know why my camera's becoming really blue. That's annoying. I think my brother also has the My Friend single. Then John's Return, Californication. I don't really need to say anything about this album. Everyone knows it. When I saw them live, they played a lot of tracks off this CD. Has the lyrics. There's John. There's Anthony. I think it was during this tour that Anthony got clean, or so he says. What is this? By the Way. Again, you know, my brother's CD. This is really when they kind of became more alt-rock. I've heard the whole album all the way through many times. My brother played the thing to death. Got pictures of the band members. And the lyrics. Oh, it's another one of those, huh? Really change the Here we go. It's a live album, Live at Hyde Park 2004. This was the By the Way tour. Or it may have been like it was a couple years after By the Way. I believe the CD was only released in Europe and Australia. But I happened to get an import of it. Two-disc set. I don't even remember if they ever released this outside the States? I don't think so. I hate these like edged CD cases where it tears part of the art. And then you got Stadium Arcadium, another really popular album by them. It's a double album from 2006. I know there's like a deluxe edition also. I heard Snow Heyo so many frickin' times on the radio, you wouldn't believe it. And Danny California. You could kind of switch the booklet, see what you want. Mars, Jupiter. Take your pick. And then we have the first album with Josh Klinghoffer. This is I'm With You. This is the era that Anthony grew a mustache. I like the song Monarchy of Roses. That's an alright song, I suppose. I know I have a bootleg video that has that song on it. It's like a pill on a fly on a pill. Yeah, it's just so. But that's just me. Maybe I just don't understand. I don't know. Okay. There we go. And the last one I have, because my brother hasn't bought the new one, but The Getaway. I haven't even listened to this thing all the way through. It's just very... I don't get it. I just don't. Go Robot, I guess, is alright. Here's them covered in paint. I think this is the last album with Josh. He left after this. And they got John back. Sorry I don't have much to say about these albums, it's just I'm not the biggest Chili Pepper fan. Like, clearly I like their early material, but I just don't really care about the later stuff. Anyway, that's all the Chili Peppers I have for now. I think I have some other stuff around somewhere. Now we get into some better stuff. Got Led Zeppelin with the first Zeppelin album. Great debut. I mean, Good Times, Bad Times is such a perfect introduction to what Zeppelin was to the world. Dazed and Confused, Communication Breakdown, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. This is just a great CD of rock and roll right here. British Invasion stuff. This is a '94 repress on Atlantic. This is the remaster. I have a mix of the '94 remasters and the original 80s CDs, like 86, 87 CDs. So there's going to be an inconsistency with what they are, but I'll mention them. This is Led Zeppelin 2. This is actually the first album I heard by them. I like Heartbreaker, Ramble On, that's a great classic. Whole Lot of Love, best song on the album in my book. I actually saw the music video for that when I was like a kid. I mean, it wasn't. It was like a promo video. It was made many years after the band broke up, but still. Bring It On Home's a really good one too. And then we got Led Zeppelin 3. Not my favorite by them, but it's still good. This has, of course, Immigrant Song, Celebration Day. Hats Off to Roy Harper. This is the original 80s CD from, I think, 86 or 87. It really doesn't matter too much to me whether I get the original 80s CD or the remaster. You know, it's the same album. It doesn't sound that much different. And no, I won't be buying the deluxe editions because they're like really crappy sleeves that take I remember buying those when those editions came out. The editions where like the discs kind of like went in and out. It pissed me off. What was Jimmy Page thinking? Anyway, I like Jimmy Page, but he's a sue-happy guy. Admittedly, like, you can't just deny that he is, but he's a good guitarist. Anyway, Led Zeppelin 4, probably in a lot of people's opinion, the best Zeppelin album. Got Black Dog, Rock and Roll, of course the ever so classic Stairway to Heaven, Four Sticks, Going to California, When the Levee Breaks. Good stuff. I own an original vinyl press of it somewhere. I got at a Goodwill of all places. I think my dad owned the vinyl originally. This is the original 80s CD. I got at a FYE a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I got all the Zeppelin albums in FYE. Here we got my favorite Zeppelin album, Houses of the Holy. And I know I have an original vinyl press of this. This is the original 80s CD. Let's see. Song Remains the Same. Dancing Days, Do Your Maker, No Quarter. The Grunge. I remember listening. I have the cassette somewhere, or at least I think I did, because my dad had it. I just remember listening to it in his car when we were hanging together. Because his car had a tape deck. This one actually has lyrics in the booklet, which the other ones didn't. I don't know why I don't have every Zeppelin album in here. That has to change. I have them somewhere else. Yeah, oh, you know what? Yeah. American Physical Graffiti. Now, the interesting thing about this Well, first off, it's 2-disc set. It's got Kashmir, which is a really good song. Custard Pie. Down by the Seaside. Sick Again. It's a really good song. But here's the interesting thing. The packaging is the original 80s fat box. But the discs inside are from the 1990 box set, which is really strange how that ended up in there. I don't ever recall them, like, whoever owned the album apparently put that in there, and the booklet's the original 80s CD, so I don't know, someone must have put those in there. Book fat box is not in good condition. Yeah, it fell like that. Hold on a second. Man, why the hell is this in such bad condition? Whatever, I fixed it. You got disc 2. Is this a... Man, this thing is falling apart. That's probably why they donated it. Donated the case. That is, yeah. Maybe I'll get the reissue one day. Not the later issue, but like 94 issue. And we got some Led Zeppelin related recordings. I don't have the Jimmy Page album from like 93 with what's his name? But I do have this. Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, No Quarter. This is a live album when Jimmy Page were touring under Page and Plant. But it's not the Led Zeppelin Unplugged show. But it's similar. But they do like Page and Plant songs. And they also do some Zeppelin covers on there. It's a pretty good live album. I also have it on VHS. I know they did put it out on DVD. But I need to find that. Very, very cryptic kind of writing. Next up we have Walking into Clarksdale with Page and Plant. Although it's called, this album is called Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. It's very Zeppelin-y. Because of course it's, you know, two founding members of Zeppelin. And it's not bad. But a lot of people really slept on this album when it came out because it just came out during a time when that stuff wasn't as popular. Yeah, 98, and a lot of other things were popular, like nu metal and electronic and stuff like that. So a lot of people just kind of slept on it, but it really is a good album. Yeah, there they are. Like, if you like Zeppelin, this will absolutely fit in with you. Now we're done with Zeppelin for now, but we got some Foo Fighters. We got Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace. I like the song The Pretender, Let It Die, Long Road to Ruin. This is a good album. I'm pretty sure I own every single Foo Fighters CD. Here's a... If I can get the booklet out. But yeah, Foo Fighters are a good band. I kind of wonder what they're gonna do now. with Taylor passing away. Yeah, Taylor, rest in peace. I don't know if they're gonna break up or if they're gonna continue with another drummer. I don't know what's gonna happen. But regardless, I do like the Foo Fighters. They're really... Oh, you know what? I forgot to talk about this Zeppelin album. Sorry, my bad. This is Presence, 1976. Achilles' Last Stand is probably the best song on here. Nobody's Fault But Mine, For Your Life. This is when they were signed to Swan Song. I think that's the first release with Swan Song. Oh no, they're still signed to Atlantic. Okay. But I know Swan Song was just like sort of a side label that they were on. Got a couple more Foo Fighters. Back to Foo Fighters. Got Wasting Light. I like the song Rope and Walk. And These Days is really good. They're like, if you don't know the Foo Fighters, they're like an alternative rock band. They're pretty good. I like the music video for, I think it was Rope, because they filmed it all with a VHS camera. I thought that was really cool. Kind of old school. It's produced by Butch Vig, so, you know, it's got his production style on it. I think I have a friend who met him once. Said he was pretty cool. I have to ask him. And then we got... Oh yeah, this is an interesting album. Sonic Highways. Recorded in 8 different songs, 8 different cities. I showed the documentary. This is the entire album. I like the song Something From Nothing. Outside, In the Clear, I Am a River. Yeah, see, LA, Hollywood, Seattle. Like, it was an interesting concept for what they did. Eight songs, yeah. One of those booklets that folds into a poster, I see. I mean, you got, like, lyrics for all the songs. Like, a whole kind of pictures. Yeah, see, they went across the country to record this. Oh, that's the disc. I'll show the disc. Hold on. Produced by Butch Vig, once again. And then we have Concrete and Gold. This album kind of came and went. I remember the music video. I think it was for Run, where they were like all old men in a retirement home. That was a pretty funny song. And of course the song Concrete and Gold. See, I hate it when bands put the sleeves in, so I have to put down the camera. Kind of glossy too with all the lyrics. Hold on. Yeah, just kind of got that design right there. And then we have my Slipknot collection. Hold on a second. And then we have my Slipknot collection. This isn't every single thing I have, but I have majority of their albums. This is of course self-titled. This is the 10th anniversary edition. Great alternative metal from Iowa. They're just crazy. I like their songs, you know, especially. I think I would honestly say like the first album's like my favorite because it's the one I listen to the most. My favorite song on here is Tattered and Torn. Wait and Bleed's really good. Liberate, Prosthetics. I like the song also Purity. For some reason, they said they were going to release a 20th anniversary edition, and they never did. It was kind of canceled last second. But I kind of wish they got the rights to Frail Limb Nursery again, because that's a really good introduction to Purity. But I guess they haven't. But yeah, there's the disc. If you know Slipknot, you know this album. Got the picture from the first. I have an original copy of the first Slipknot album with Purity and Frail Limb Nursery, so I gotta show that. Yeah, I like Slipknot. They're a very good band. If you don't like them, that's completely fine. I understand your opinion. This has a DVD has videos. I want to say this has the video for, it's like a documentary about the first tour, and it has like a whole set of Dynamo 2000, which it's partially censored. Not like none of the audio is censored, but like some of the blurring is there. I have an original DVD-R that has like a lot of the unblurry, so I might upload that one day. And then you got Iowa, which is another amazing album. It took me a long time to get into this album, truthfully. I wasn't used to the idea of Slipknot becoming a little more hardcore than they were. In fact, I remember a friend, my brother's friend in high school, loved Slipknot, but he could never get into this one, and I can understand why if you aren't into Slipknot, and then eventually grew on me, and now I love this album. This has the first album, like, this has the entire first album, has the entire album, disc 1 has the entire album, which my favorite song is probably Left Behind. Everything Ends is a really good song too. This edition, this is the 10th anniversary edition, which has the My Plague New Abuse mix bonus track, and the second disc is the Disaster Pieces live album in London 2002, and the Goat documentary, which is like miscellaneous stock footage that they filmed during the tour. I'll show you disc 1. It took me a while to find this, and I eventually found it at FYE a while back. There's the Goat documentary. Iowa. It's like pictures and lyrics. I really like this era of Slipknot. I thought it was a really cool era. even though they wanted to kill each other. Everyone kind of went crazy during that tour. But I like it. There's no like question, it is their heaviest album. Then we got Volume 3, Subliminal Verses. This is kind of when they turn radio friendly a little bit, but it's not bad. Although some of the songs are a little hard to get into, like especially the later half, the second. But I do really enjoy this CD quite a bit, and this too has like demos. I like the song Don't Get Close, Scream, Danger Keep Away, which this song went on for way too long anyway, but like there's the full length version if you want to hear that. And live versions of The Blister Exist, 3-0, Disaster Piece and People Equal Shit, which I think were recorded during the Iowa tour. Yeah, there's disc 1 and disc 2. Get the booklet out. Has that picture in the front. Got lyrics and stuff. Again, I know a lot of people don't really care for Slipknot at this point on, but I do enjoy a lot of their stuff. This album is pretty good too. I like the song The Blister Exists. That's a really good song. But yeah, check out that album of Slipknot. Alright, finishing off this part, we got the rest of these Slipknot CDs. This is 9.0 Live. This is a live album recorded during the Volume 3 tour. 2 discs of them. I really love the live version of Eeyore on here. Spit It Out. I think Corey's voice in particular during this tour was pretty good. I know he got like voice coaching after this, which I think a lot of singers now should do. I'm not going to mention names, but there's a lot of singers I think who should do voice coaching, because their voices aren't the same as they used to. Anyway, there's volume. There's the first disc, and wait a minute. Did I switch the discs? Hold on. I switched the discs. Hold on. I don't know why they're switched. That's strange. Here we go. Chapter 2. Chapter 1. There we go. Got pictures of them live. What I would give to go back in time and see this lineup, I would give anything. Then we got, which a lot of people consider the black sheep of Slipknot albums, All Hope Is Gone. It's very different, I will admit, for a Slipknot album, especially some of the later tracks. But it's not bad. I mean, to be fair, it is my least favorite as well. But even though I say it's my least favorite, it's not bad. I like the songs Sulfur, Snuff, All Hope Is Gone. And this is the deluxe edition, which has like some bonus tracks. I like the song Till We Die. That's a great song. Child of Burning Time's great. The DVD has like the making of All Hope Is Gone, and you actually see video footage of Corey singing that in the studio. So good. This Cold, and then it's like the first half of this is really good, and then the later half is kind of where it just, it's not bad as well, but you could tell like it's kind of unfocused, but still really good. Here's the disc, CD. Has those weird guys. They were supposed to put out another album, Slipknot, of like stuff, outtakes from this era, but they never did. But from what I've heard, it was like ambient kind of stuff, very non-Slipknot kind of related stuff. I kind of like to hear those one day. There's no like actual holder; it just kind of sits there. And then there's the DVD with the 9-gram. And we'll finish this part off with 0.5 The Grey Chapter. What is that? That's like really smushed. Huh. Sucks. Whatever. 0.5 The Grey Chapter. The first album without Joey or Paul. And it's good. It's pretty heavy. Like, it sort of like reminds me of like all the other Slipknot albums combined. Sarcastrophe. I like the song AOV. That's really good. The One That Kills the Least is a freaking amazing song. The Negative One's really... I remember when the video for that came out, for the Negative One. And the second disc, I feel like it was kind of a wasted disc, though, for adding the second disc, because it's like, disc 2 has like them talking in the and there's like silence. These two tracks, they easily could have put in the first disc, but whatever. Yeah, that was that area. This is actually, I think this album is when I really started to get into Slipknot too. Like, I knew about Slipknot before this, and I heard a couple of things, but this era is when I became a fan. Got like pictures of the band members. Oh, look at that picture. And they have like a little thing dedicated to Paul. Anyway, that's that. Oh no, and also one more thing to mention is that this was the last album with Chris before he was fired. Anyway, that's that part of the C collection. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been on a roll with recording these collection videos often. So, definitely expect more in the future. And thank you all so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.